Disclaimer: this video may contain content that may be inappropriate for children under the age of 16, may contain some strong languages as well. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do not harass the individuals that are mentioned in this video. This video is made as a form of criticism.
The name is Velvet Crow, and you're watching my friend DenoxSeries. Enjoy, or I will devour you!
Hello everyone, this is me once again, DenoxKoon, DenoxSeries, MacBo Gaming, DXS Archive, Red Star, whichever I have been identified in the past, of course. Here to make a new video. Yes, even if it's in DXS Archive, it's going to be saved in the archive channel, of course. But this is a video that needs to be made because, like, to be perfectly honest, Void-Shyguy, yes, I know, I made this card of him, has been getting away with a lot of stuff that he's not even telling everyone on YouTube. Yeah, Void-Shyguy, when he said he's always watching, he actually means it. And over the last several months, last summer was crazy with Void, because he claims that I'm actually, he complains that I am using someone to spy on him, when before I even did that, he snuck into my server. But I'm gonna be honest, this is also my doing as well, because I left the Red Star server open all this time for a few months or so before I actually deleted the server. And then there are several other accounts that came to the server that were a lot of different characters, you must say, and a lot of spies and alts coming into that server. And me being someone who was very open to having new people in my previous server, not the one right now by the way, but the previous server, I let these guys in without knowing it was them, and they got a bunch of screenshots against me, so I'm aware of that now. But I also managed to get several screenshots for them too. And let me say it for the record before I start showing the screenshots. Meta-chan, Void did mention her in the video, so I'm gonna address her as Meta-chan. I can't say for sure if she was a spy for Void, or she was hacked by Void, or just Void accessed her account or something like that. That has yet to be explained. But the reason why I bring her up, because that account that I'm gonna show of Meta is no longer on Discord. It's been deleted. And second of all, Void says that I used her to spy on him, when in reality Void has been adding random people in my server, my Curbs Chill Club, out of nowhere, and I had to literally warn the entire community about Void trying to add random people for my server, trying to let them know of the situation that I'm in, which if you click in the description below, I actually explain completely in detail, as much as I possibly could, to the truth, to the best of my abilities, opening up to all the things that I did, all the sins I committed, everything that I have regretted. So you can watch that video for more context, because it's gonna be in the description below if you haven't seen that yet. So, because it was true, I was hiding, I was scared to confront these people, because when I attempted things in the past, when I attempted to defend myself against these allegations, against these people going against me and stuff like that, it just doesn't feel like it's worth my time and effort, because they're just gonna twist it in a way to make it seem worse, make it seem like I'm the bad guy and stuff. But I realized that the Arbiter was kind of right. I was kind of being dodgy in a lot of the things. So I think it was best to at least let out what really happened in my side of the story, like for real, not just like saying certain things that may sound good but not have the full truth. For people that says I'm making excuses, everything I said there is the truth of my ability. I'm not trying to lie here. You'll get the idea if you check that. Anyway, so We are gonna check the screenshots. I'm gonna expose Void because honestly, he's not stopping and making a video against me. I'm not sure if this video is gonna be uploaded before or after Void uploads the videos of all the screenshots that he got of me and my friends, which I'm not gonna mention this video. So that's a disclaimer right there. I'm not going to mention any of my close friends except for the ones that gave me permission for under any circumstances for the sake of their privacy, because it seems that when he was in my server he didn't respect our privacy whatsoever. So let me switch over now to this screen. So this is not in any particular order honestly, but I'm going to show you first what's on the screen right now. Okay, so just let you know once again, yeah, you see that her profile pic, you probably don't see it because my screen is on top of it. I got along with Meta because she was a gamer, she was a collector. She introduced me to the Gamemite app, which I really utilized quite a bit. Got my entire gaming collection within the app. And yeah, it was thanks to her that I got introduced to it. The thing is, the reason why I took advantage for Meta to send me screenshots of whatever Void's up to is because Void added her first. And Meta did tell me that Void added her first. So basically, as you probably know, Void has been adding several people in my previous server, which I no longer utilize, but just to let them know allegations about me, get people to go against me, get people to cut ties with me and stuff like that. Telling them that Void is, if he's saying that I'm a liar, I'm gonna prove that Void is a liar as well. And here's a little tidbit. So, you know, basically, Meta showed me these screenshots because Void involved Meta in this drama. I didn't want Meta to be involved whatsoever. I didn't wanted to tell Meta about my whole allegation because why should everyone know about what's been going on? Something that's like a personal issue of mine being spread around to people that are not even involved. Void got her involved as far as I remember, unless something else is going on. So here it is. I'm gonna read it verbatim. So just a small hint, I won't bother you this again, please, okay? Then Void responds, I have given hints. I said I don't mess with minors, subtract and deduce. Let them play detective like I am. Okay, so I'm going to explain this real quick. So just keep it in mind, Void states that he doesn't mess with minors, right? Okay, so keep that in mind because we're going to continue showing screenshots to see if that's actually true. Yeah, so he wants me and my friends, my mods, I'm not going to say their names, but to play detective. To find out which of the accounts within my server is Void's eyes. And you're going to find out more about that soon. So we got that. Okay, so here's the next screenshot. This is the same account. This is me, my conversation with Meta. Okay, yeah, you guys are already aware Lizard Doc is me. So, whoopie-doo, yeah. I don't care what you know about me anymore, Void. Okay, you copy-pasted all he said. He sent a really satanic picture towards me using Meta's accounts. And then look what he said here. And the reason why I'm not censoring Meta's face is because this account is no longer there. There's no like personal information or doxing out of this account. This is just like, could be one of many Void's alt account, or it could actually be her getting hacked. But he kind of admits to it here. Meta is gone. So this was probably at the end of June of 2022, if I'm not mistaken, when this happened. Meta's gone. You're speaking to Void right now. I'm deleting her account. So, in your video, which I'm going to be commentating later on in this whole thing, Void says that I used her to spy on him. He wants you to believe that. But he's admitting here that, oh yeah, I want to let you know, because I didn't say it yet, but Meta is 16 years old. So they didn't say that. She's 16 years old. And I did admit that I started a roleplay with Meta in the previous video that I have linked below. And why I decided to do it, and then why I cut her off and stuff like that, because Void actually accessed her accounts, and with some detailed reason, but I won't get to it here because there's another video for that. So here she's admitting that Void has control of her account. So answer me this, Void. Did you actually hack Meta's account, saying that she's gone And later on, I'm gonna show you a few more screenshots of how sad Meta was feeling with Futaba, which I'm gonna get to it later on as well. This is what we thought is Meta-chan, and now she reveals herself as Void. Let's go to the next screenshot. Okay, the reason why I'm not censoring Khajiit, I'm not gonna say exactly who he is because I can't say 100% for certain, but I could definitely show you with a shadow of a doubt in some way capacity that he, in some ways, has been sharing screenshots with Void. Why do I say that? Because when he was in the super secret DMs, it was 6 of us, but out of the 6, the only one that I never heard their voice or known them personally was Khajiit. I'm not accusing Khajiit of being a spy, but we have evidence proving that he has something to do with it. So, if this is true, these guys, his next target is Futaba and Khajiit. Why specifically those two? I don't censor Futaba as well because there's no like personal information to be doxed with Futaba. It's another alt account pretending to be Persona 5 characters, so you know. Yeah, Void uses a lot of alt accounts, and you're gonna find out more as we continue going. So I censored this person's name because it's a personal friend of mine that this person's trying to dox, or at least trying to show information of her social medias and saying that she's a friend of mine and stuff like that. I wouldn't say doxing completely because it wasn't public. It was never made public, at least. This person only sent the screenshot to me, but let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read it here. That's personal. Did you pray again so you don't be caught with your little role plays? Well, I admitted in the other video. One day you will have to answer for your actions, and God may not be so merciful. And this is why I'm confronting this whole situation right now. So, Void was using Meta's account to show me a profile of a close friend of mine's. For some reason. Why? She's not even involved. He or she is not even involved. But if you are a close friend of mine, you probably know who this person is. But I'm not going to say here for the person's privacy. But he showed a profile of this person. Person that I personally know in real life. Oh yes, I very much enjoyed it. So this is the part where I sent Meta a video of the Ilala situation, me addressing it with the edits and stuff, and then as soon as I send the link to that video late in June, that's when Meta revealed herself as Void and saying and indirectly admitting that he hacked her account. So I almost forgot to say this. This is literal proof that Void admitted that he got access to Meta's account, saying the following. I'm going to read this. Oh yes, I very much enjoyed it. Too bad Meta didn't get a chance to see it. So in other words, when I sent the video to Meta, the video link from Dropbox for my Ilala situation video, instead of her seeing it, Void said that he saw it. And I'm like, oh shit. And then here says, greeting Denox. Can you guess who it is? Your villain Void. He's a villain. Take those quotes out. You're a villain. If you're not a villain, then address this part here and say that, oh, you're trying to spy on him and you were trying to spy on me first the whole time. And just because I gave you access, I made that mistake to let you in, doesn't mean that you're not at fault here. That's not an excuse for you to do what you did. It seems I successfully got access to your precious spy. So he's admitted right there that he's just got access to Meta's account, in other words. This account that you see here. And that is why I didn't censor Meta, because this story is pretty important to exposing Void. And the other reason I just said earlier. That it was sad for him to do this to her. But I want to show the extent of my power. Third Eyes and Necronomicon. Which we're going to show very soon. Third Eyes and Necronomicon are my only tools. So he admits it's a tool that he used to spy on me. Those tools, you're gonna see very soon what they are. Both of you thought I wasn't aware of your conversation, but you were misguided. Now I will proceed to delete her Discord for good. Yeah, you see, you said that you accessed her Discord account and then you're gonna delete it. You confiscated and confined her Discord account for some reason. I don't know what happened. That's what I understood right there at the time. Now we'll proceed to delete her Discord for good. It's not personal, it's just business. So what if it's not personal? You admitted to hack her account, and if she was actually your spy and stuff, admit that was the truth. Because if you actually hacked her account, you did illegal activity there. And you did it against a minor that's 16 years old. That is disgusting, man. That is disgusting, Void. You suddenly accessed the account, but if you actually had her as a spy or you used it as an old account of yours, you're still not that much more innocent as well. Because you're playing such dirty tactics. You guys blame me on using a lot of alt and stuff like that in order to spy on anti-Noxers and Dreaming Jester server. Well, Void tried to do the exact same to me, and the anti-Noxer started this whole thing because I went into the anti-Noxer server after you guys tried to spy on my Red Star server, making videos about what you saw on the server, like without consent or anything like that. And you screenshots a minor's introduction post as well, just to show that he's underage. I'm not the only one who's wrong here. I know that I slipped up, but still, I didn't left the server open for you guys to come in and to get screenshots and get spies. No, I left it open for people who enjoys my content and wants to be a part of my community. Not for you to go spy and making videos on it to expose me and stuff like that, and trying to involve somebody else in the whole thing as well. Who knows, if Jacob screenshot PMTOT's member intro and then suddenly, oh, look at this. This is PMTOT, and maybe Void targeted him after when he was in the server. Who knows? Maybe he wouldn't have gotten involved if these people didn't do that. So think about that real quick. Think very critically about that. If that's not, him not messing with minors because he's 16, I don't know what is, but if he's admitting that he hacked Meta's account, I can't say for sure if he's the one that hacked Ilala. I'm not going to say nothing because I don't have full evidence on that. But if he's saying right here that he got her account and now you're talking to Void, you essentially mess with a minor. She's 16 years old. She's still a minor. And you said you didn't mess with a minor, right? You lied. You're a freaking liar. This was probably a comment on YouTube that he wrote here. Okay, so what does it say here? I never lie. You are also gullible. You believe anyone praising your leader without asking questions. I also didn't steal, since it was transformative and falls under fair use. We'll get to that pretty soon about under fair use. I hope you learned something and raised your single-digit IQ to a double-digit. He's playing as the villain in this thing, and you're gonna continue to understand what's going on there. You all play right into my hands, and I will use you like puppets until he learns his lessons. So, what did he mean by using us as puppets or using a specific someone that I won't mention? Well, he's trying to play like the mind games with us. And he wants me to learn my lessons, and like I said, I am partially to blame for all this drama because I let them in without knowing the person very well. And then I got some of my friends involved into this, which I didn't want it to, but unfortunately, like, I was so trusting too much to random people that seem to get along with me, that's just invited to server. Those days are over, by the way. I'm not invited to anyone in my new personal server anymore. Void, I know that you're still in my voice acting server, and you can lurk there all you want, but you saying that I lurk in alts, you're doing the same thing. You're trying to act like me, you're trying to spy on me, and you complain that I'm using meta to spy on you? Yeah, I didn't want to use meta to spy on you. Meta got involved because you added her, supposedly. Unless you tell the truth saying that Meta was one of your spies, that's the only other explanation that would make sense. So I never lied. That's bullshit. Because he did lie earlier when he said he didn't mess with minor, but yet he claimed that he kind of got into Meta's account. And then in this screenshot, Futawa saying Meta felt in depression and stuff. I really felt sad for her. I felt sad for Meta. Like, if this was a real person and she got hacked her account, I feel very bad for her. Like, she doesn't deserve to go through this that you put her through. You stole her account and you claim you're gonna delete the account? Come on, Void. So yeah, that's horse crap. You never lie, yeah. And I'm gonna show you another one of your lies. So yeah, and it says it didn't steal, it was transformative. I'll give you this, Void. You did fair use here. You did transformative view. You used my Red Hacker's profile pic on Discord to make it look like this. And I'm like, okay, I'll accept that. That's fine. I mean, you're just trying to like troll me or just saying that, oh, I'm Void inside Kirby and stuff. Okay, I'll give you that. You did fair use here. And yeah, that was the drawing of Void as well. That's his main profile pic, by the way, so just letting you know. I censored this guy's name this guy's face for a reason. Because, like, I'm not gonna say who he is or whatever, but a screenshot that you get from a YouTube video and then you suddenly just use it as your profile pic of somebody that I personally know, that's not really transformative. It's just you screenshotting that picture and using it as your profile pic. That is not transformative or fair use whatsoever. That is you using someone's face without their permission or consent. And that's really bad. So, next one. Okay, I didn't censor it because this is me. I gave myself consent to show this. This is me as a child. Yes, I was 10 years old in that picture. I don't mind showing you this picture of me. But he did not transform nothing here. And what he did was screenshot whatever picture I had on Facebook, because I probably left it on Facebook. I don't remember exactly where I left it. I'm pretty sure it was Facebook, because he spies on my Facebook too. He tried to add me on Facebook, on Instagram, trying to get my email information, trying to get my phone number so he could text me, which I'll get to that later on too. This is not transformative. You stole my picture, stole my profile pic of me as a child, and you put it as your profile pic, and you say you don't mess with minors. Well, think of it this way. Like, imagine you did that when I was still a child. Sure, I'm a 35-year-old man right now, but this is me as a child. So what do you think? Why would he even bother doing this? And anybody that is friends with him and stuff could see this picture. I didn't give you consent to use my picture. It doesn't matter all the sins I did in the past. I have not yet been convicted. I have not been arrested yet. I have not been in legal trouble yet or anything like that. But a lot of the things that I did could have put me in that situation in the first place. But forget about all this for a moment, and it doesn't matter. You stole my picture, you put it as your profile pic, and I didn't give you my consent for it. It doesn't matter. I'm still not convicted. So you don't have the right to actually expose me like that. And I'm gonna censor this out. Let's just say it's a family member of mine that you stole the picture from and you put it as your profile pic. That's disrespectful. All I'm gonna say, that's disrespectful and invasion of privacy. You could go screw off there, right there. This is whatever. He's just put a picture of a cat, and I don't know why he did that, but yeah. So Void likes to change profile pic quite often at the time of him trolling us. He doesn't really seem to do it anymore, but in the month of June, he seemed to love doing that just so they could troll us and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't make a big deal if it was just some random picture, but if you put a picture of somebody I know as your profile pic that's still my friend, family member, that's disrespectful. Screw you. But yeah, there's a reason why I censored their face. I do not want anybody to know who they actually are for the sake of their privacy. And I'm gonna say this straight right now. This was a profile pic of what Mr. Beans made, PMTOT, and at the time that he was still with us, well, and the reason why I'm mentioning his name, because Void literally mentioned in a video that he was a supposed spy.
I have a spy among your little Discord server. Who is he? Well, let's just say he made the opening at the beginning. Mr. Bean. That's right. Why is he saying this? What does he gain from outing his spy to me? Simple. I have no further use of him. He did his job spectacularly, and I have all I need. He will deny it to death. After all, I told him to stand his ground. I won't even tell him I made this video, so it's funnier, and give him something to entertain himself with. Don't believe me? That's fine. Believe me or not, I truly don't care.
The only reason why it doesn't sound too far-fetched is because I remember he went to my voice acting server when I posted the link to the voice acting server in my main Curb Show Club at the time, where there were associated servers in a channel. He went in that server, and then for some reason Void started knowing about it, right? And let me keep that in mind that all the spies from the Red Star server, I didn't invite a single one of them in my voice acting server. I invited all to my Curb Show Club. So it would have made more sense that they knew about the show club because I invited them there. But in this case, I did not send them to my voice acting server, besides the fact that, okay, in the associated server, that's the link to my voice acting server. You could come in if you want to join. But I didn't directly invite them there. He was the only one from that server that actually went to the voice acting server, as far as I remember, around this time. So I'm not gonna show proof there because I'll accidentally be showing, like, you know, usernames that I shouldn't be showing. So hopefully you could take my word for it. But if you reflect that fact, then, you know, you're kind of lying there. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, and this is a profile pic from another friend of mine. Of course, this is a friend of mine who used a picture of a Danganronpa character, I believe. I think it was Chiaki from Danganronpa. And he imitated, like, that profile pic. It was a female friend of mine that he put a real profile pic with a mask on. And we caught Void in the act doing that. I'm not going to show it here for the sake of her privacy. But the thing is that this guy doesn't respect our privacy. Yeah, you could say whatever you want of all the sins I did, but these other people that are defending me, they haven't done anything wrong to you. They have nothing to do with the situation. They just know about it, but they decide to continue being friends with me. I appreciate that you understand my side. The reason why I took this long to say my side of the story in public is because, like, I know that if I did it, there's not gonna be any point in me saying it, because when I try to defend myself in the past, I always get ridiculed. Because I realized, yes, I did a lot of wrong, and I was trying to own up to it, but there was a lot I left out, or it seemed like I was making excuses and stuff like that. But like I said again, check the video below after this video if you want to have the full story on this, because I'm not going to explain it again here, but you get the idea. Okay, this is another example of his lies, of Void's lies. You say that I lie, you lie quite a lot too. Meta was asking Void, who was the girl in your profile pic? Void says, what girl? And Meta says, the girl you had in your profile pic. Which, I'm not going to show the full length of it, but he had a girl as a profile pic. The only thing I'm going to show you is this right here. I'm protecting her privacy. I'm not going to tell her who this person is or anything like that. Yeah, don't target her or anything, because she's not involved in this. She doesn't deserve that you guys bullcrap. I don't have a girl in my profile pic. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. This is technically counts like a girl, an anime girl, but a girl in your profile pic. What this really means is that he had a real life girl in the profile pic, and a real life woman as well, which I'm not going to mention. So this guy is gullible. This guy is involving a lot of my close friends in my situation, which they don't need to be involved. Bruh. You have a lot to explain, Void. You really do have a lot to explain that situation. You think I'm going to keep quiet after you not gonna stop making videos exposing us? This is why I'm exposing you right now. I was hoping you kind of stopped. Many months passed by and you didn't do anything, so I'm like, okay, I moved on. I'm not gonna expose you. I'm not trying to be that bad of a person to anybody. I don't like exposing people, but this is an exception. Because this guy needs to be exposed. This guy has a lot of skeletons in his room, and he has a lot to hide as well. Yes, you did dress in red. Meta this so that you dressed in red, and then I don't know if you're trying to play a role or something, or trying to mess with my mind and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. You told me specifically at some point that there are some lies and truths within everything that you say. So if you say you never lied, Void, that's complete utter crap, honestly. You're getting delusional. Red isn't my color. I'm more of a gray kind of guy. Technically, you are a great kind of guy, but when you're changing profile pic to somebody else, you know, you can't dodge that, man. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm just gonna put Void also imitated Bowser as well, and I'm like, oh wow, why? Honestly, why? So, again, I'm protecting this person's identity. I'm not gonna say this person's name here. Okay, guys, so this is now proof that Void admitted that he has 5 accounts now. And why does he have 5 accounts? Well, all accounts. Just like, you know, some of the old accounts I did to spy on the anti-Noxer servers. Yes, I admit I spied on the anti-Noxer server a couple times and Jester server a couple times, or the Classic Dreamer server. And I did explain reasons why I did that in the other videos. So, let's go on. Tell Red Curve I know what they're up to. I have 5 accounts, by the way. Good luck finding all of them. You see that he admits that he has multiple accounts. Why would you use multiple accounts for? What right do you have to spy on people's accounts? Are you admitting there that you're spying on my server and maybe the anti-Noxer server? Well, we'll get to that pretty soon. Okay, so this is when Futaba was talking to me about, she was asking me a question. Do you know someone who goes by Shadow Adachi? That person added me and they told me they're a huge fan of yours. Wow, another lie. Void's not a fan of me, he's against me, man. Your cousin Meta told me about this. That was formerly Void-Shyguy. Yeah, Meta did tell me about this before. I don't know what's the deal with him adding you, but I hope you're not accepting that request. He is bad news and not to be trusted. Like, people that knows me very well, people that have warned in the server about Void. Like, do you consider someone who's trustworthy at this point? Let me know. Because I don't trust him one bit. Because of what he did to me and what he did to some of my close friends? Nah. I don't trust you one bit with that information. You're gonna do something that could get your channel suspended at some point, hopefully. Hey, long time. Are you dead? It said dead. They wish. I never like. This is Void, right? I mean, he writes like Void, right? They say, I'll never die. Is this your cousin? Well, and then he kind of like shows the profile pic of her cousin, and like, how does he know that information? Maybe he was lurking in the server, and maybe at some point Meta says that they're cousins and stuff, I guess. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest. Okay, this is something about psychological warfare, which I'm gonna get to right now. Is there something you don't know? Maybe I can ask Red Curbs to tell me. Okay. Really? I see nothing. Nope, nothing. Got nothing to ask him. I think that's a lie as well. I think he has a lot to ask me. I mean, something you need for your investigation or videos. Let me confirm this again. Void was the one that added Meta in the first place. I would have never involved Meta at all if it weren't for the fact that Void was in the first place. So you got explain to do there. Were you the one that added Meta first? Because it looked like it was because of what she told me before. And this whole psychological warfare is that they mix in lies and truth all together into one pasting. So we have to like figure out, he's trying to put us in this game so we can figure out who's who and who's right, who's wrong and stuff like that. And it really messed with our mind for a while, like, especially me. Like, I didn't know what to believe. That's the reason why we made a new server. We all moved out of that server because we had several spies, and then we got to the new server, Friends Corner server at the time, and that was to get away from you and your spies. And at the time, I didn't even thought that those 3 people that they mentioned, and that I also showed, Khajiit, Meta, and Futaba, like, I didn't even know if they were spies or not, but I did suspected that they may or may not be. I don't know, because I never heard their voices before. Every time they go on the VC, they're always on mute. And, something's going on, and then, they try to write, like, very convincing words so they could get me to trust them and stuff like that. And that's why it was hard for me and my friends to get rid of them at the time. So, we got that. So, yeah, he played with our minds pretty much. By the way, Denox haven't noticed anything strange on his server. Like, he's trying to cover up for himself. He's trying to make sure that I'm not suspecting him and stuff. Are you serious about that? Oh, well, not that I know of. Why? No, that's good. That's good. Sorry to bother. Like he said, he's up to something. He was asking Meta for some reason if I suspect him for any activities and stuff. Because, like, he doesn't want to get caught. Like, he does not want to get caught for his lies and his bullcrap. I'm not gonna like zoom it in, but he shows screenshots of another YouTuber friend of mine's that I used to appear in his video. I'm just gonna say right now, I'm not gonna say this guy's identity. I blurred a lot of his information for a reason, but if you're watching this, you know who you are pretty much, and definitely nothing against you. But this guy right here, he was doxing all your social media in DMs. Yeah, I don't know if that's called doxing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's doxing unless you put it in a public setting that everyone can see it, not in a DM, because it's still private. But he was screenshotting a friend of mine's social media from his Steam account, from his Facebook, his Twitch, and all that stuff. Let me just show you the other one. You see that? All this. This is from Void. Yep. He took the time out of his day to get screenshots of a friend of mine's in all his social medias for some reason. Someone that has nothing to do with it, because yeah, if you know who you are and you see this, you have nothing to do with the situation. You are a genuinely good person, honestly, and you don't deserve this guy trying to expose you. The reason why I'm showing you this is to expose Void of what he's trying to do, because we don't even know. I don't trust him whatsoever. We don't even know what he's going to do with his information. We have no idea what the anti-Noxers or Void-Shyguy are up to anymore, because they literally put everything behind closed doors. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. Void and Arbiter are in contact, and they share information in some way, shape, or form. Because they kind of admitted to it in the comment section, which I'm going to show you this screenshot right now. The comment section of Void and Arbiter saying, oh, if only somebody didn't see it. Oh, it's like God sent these messages to you. It's like, come on, Void. Admit that it was you that sent to the Arbiter. You're the one that's been spying in my servers. You're the one that was in my super secret DMs. But it was my fault for trusting that ult of yours. It's not any other one of my friends. You're not putting third eyes on any of my friends' accounts. You're probably not a hacker as well. You're probably not a hacker. You probably have access to these accounts as well. I don't know if there's a lot of hacking involved in this situation, but that's what we thought at first. I'm going to admit there. That's what we thought at first. So he says here, this guy, another Red Star ally, he sure likes to lie about making friends with him. I'm not going to say nothing about this because I want to protect his privacy. But for example, why does it matter if these guys are still my friends? Why do you care that he's a friend of mine? Like, he could be friends with mine but not agree with all the things I did in the past. Because I have friends that still decides to be my friends and they know about my situation, but they don't support what I did. I admit that what I did was, a lot of things I did was wrong. I did a lot of foolish stuff. They talk some sense to me, a lot of these friends of mine. They don't tolerate what I did. But that doesn't mean that they have to, cut ties with me 100% in order to not be targeted. But just because he didn't cut ties with me, or these other people didn't cut ties with me, doesn't mean that you could target these people. Because these people have nothing to do with your situation. With my situation. This is all on me versus you, Void. You leave my friends out of this. Because they do not deserve to be doxxed or anything. So, Void, I swear, if this video is uploaded before you upload your part 3 video that you say that you're going to actually expose everything of us, yeah, I'm going to report the crap out of your video. Because that video will not be on YouTube. Somehow, the problem is that YouTube does not even respond to these reports much. But yeah, I reported videos against me too, obviously. I don't want people to keep remembering that, I did these things in the past. Because the past hunts you forever. But, the thing is, if you don't bring it up, then people eventually move on. But if you keep bringing it up, and I'm not trying to bring it up. You guys keep bringing it up, and trying to get people to get away from me. Now I have to make this video. So, yeah. I am mad at you, Void. I'm mad at you too, Arbiter, but there's another video on that for you, so I'm not going to focus on you in this video. So, you get the idea. Okay, so let's continue with the screenshot. There's still quite a bit to show. Okay, so Void was saying something that the FBI... I think that in past videos I said that people tried to call the FBI, they tried to send screenshots to the police, and they did all that stuff against me, and for some reason, I'm still not arrested. I'm still not convicted. And why is that? The only reason why I would think is because the crime is not as serious compared to like actual child predators that actually tries to meet up with a minor for sex, which I don't do, by the way. Tries to send pictures of their private parts to a minor, or ask for nudes, which I didn't do as well, by the way. And trying to make it seem like it's real, which is just roleplay. I'm always going to stand firm that, yes, roleplay and reality should be two separate things. Like, the whole slave thing, it's all a roleplay thing. Like, yeah, maybe it's a fantasy of mine. It's something that I enjoy because I like Morgiana. I'm going to admit that. I like Morgiana because she was a slave, but she was also a very strong girl. I respect her a lot. Yes, she's 14. I have my little fantasy with her. But that doesn't mean that my fantasy that I have in my mind is going to be committed in real life. Like, I have that type of control that I will never do that to any real girls. I will never meet them in person. I will not commit these heinous crimes. I'm not that type of person. If you think that I'm a danger to children at this point, I admit that I hide a lot of things. I admit that I kind of like gaslight a little bit certain information that I didn't want people to know. Because I just don't want to deal with this drama anymore. This drama has been gone for more than a year at this point. More than 2 years probably. And I did try to defend myself, but they just don't get into their minds that Okay, I never say they would, but the anti-Nox is doing their things. You know, anti-Nox is always plotting something against me behind closed doors that I don't know nothing about, and it's best that I don't even know nothing about, because I'm not gonna let this drama like ruin my life forever. I did send things they had never had before yet. So this is a proof right there that Void has been sending information to the anti-Noxers. He sent a lot of information to the anti-Noxers. What makes you believe that Void did not send all these Ilulu or Ilala screenshots that, you know, all the role plays we did to the anti-Noxer, to Arbiter and Keefster and all them people that are part of the anti-Noxers? What makes you believe that he didn't do it? That he wasn't the one that did it? Coincidence? I don't know. What you guys think? Like I said again, I am not accusing Void 100% that he's the one that got out the screenshot for Ilala, he hacked her accounts. I'll tell you this, like, he did show remorse for Ilala, but is it because he's trying to make himself look like the good guy and me as the bad guy? Because I worry about Ilala as well. She was a dear friend to me and several of my other friends as well. We played games together like Uno, Power Bomberman. We didn't just roleplay. And like I said in that video, I really regretted deciding to roleplay with her. I mean, yes, we both had fun with it, but it's more better explained in the other video. So he says proof of destruction of evidence, the full actual chat log of Ilulu and Nekaro or Nagafor's chat. So not only did he got screenshots of me and Ilala actually talking, RPing, but he did the same with Nagafar as well. So I'm like, really? Yep. And Nagelfar's RPs with her, as far as I remember, it wasn't nothing bad. It was just some silly role plays that they did, and it's like, you know, nothing really bad, honestly, from what he told me. Isn't he Christian? He lies too much, whatever religions might think, plus for their own reason, he doesn't want his mom. Of course I didn't want my mom to know about this. I don't want to break her heart. I have to deal with this on my own. I wanted to get the help I need. I'm still getting therapy, by the way. And I showed proof in the other video too, by the way. I said in the very beginning of the other video that I will own up to everything. I will say everything about me, about what I did, what is true and what is not true. But they're not going to like my criticism towards them either, and I'm not going to hold back there either. Just in general. Okay, you mean the Red Star Sir? Oh no, just in general. Red Star Sir, all of them. But yeah, he thinks they're being hush-hush about stuff, but I'm always there. So he's always there, and Void, admit this right now, Khajiit, the cat. I'm not trying to send out his sensitive information or anything, but that was his username on Discord. And you mentioned Meta, which you also kind of like reviewed her username, right? You and Arbiter both, by the way. So, is Khajiit one of your spies? Be truthful. Comment below. Be truthful. If you get caught in your lies, I'm going to call you out on it as well, but yeah, Khajiit was one of your spies. I have evidence that could lead to it. That there's too many evidence leading to him being the reason why all these private chats were leaked to you. And then you send them all to the anti-Noxer and they know everything about that. So, you know, I'm already aware of this already. And here's something that I have to, like, kind of dispute a little bit. Because, let's read this real quick. Honestly, you don't have consent to be upsetting people. And she's right about that. I'm not there currently, but people are clearly not happy. Well, yeah, this was the time when Meta wasn't in my main server. I did kick her out of that main server, the Curbs one, because I was removing a lot of inactive people and she wasn't really that active there, so that's why I kind of kicked her out. And there were like several other people I kicked out due to inactivity, so, you know, that's why I did that. But she was still in my Red Star server for doing that time. That was around June of 2022 as well. Okay, so I'm not there currently, but people are clearly not happy you're there. Of course. Everyone knows about you, Void. Everyone in my community knows about your mischiefs. At least the people closest to me. They know about, to be aware of you trying to add random people there, telling them about my allegations, getting people to go against me. Basically, you try to get screenshots of what people say about you guys in the secret chats as well. And trying to expose them as well, not just me. Yeah, you're definitely spies. Your main account wasn't there at all. Yes, that's true. But your spies were there. And I'm about to show you very soon of his application that he used to spy on people. I hope you guys stick around for this. So he says consent low. That sounds like the Denox line. People that are 0 to 17 years old can't consent and yet. Okay. Yes, it's true that most people under the age of 18 cannot consent. But the thing is that the age of consent laws is different in every country. Like some age of consent in the United States are 16, 17. So you saying that 16 and 17 cannot consent whatsoever, that's a complete lie there. Because age of consent in many countries are 16 and 17. Their mental capacity at that point is almost fully developed at this point. It's not like, okay, this guy is 17, 2 weeks away from being 18. This person's still a child on the eyes of the law, for the most part. But then suddenly they turn 18, they know everything, they are mental capacity completely, they know what they're doing. So 2 weeks ago, they were actually still a child and they don't know nothing and stuff like that. And there's a reason why age of consent is 17 in many places, and 16. That's the legal age to drive, that's the legal age to start working, that's the legal age to where you start taking responsibilities, and you start knowing from good and bad. I'll give you this, Ilala was 15 years old, age of consent here in Puerto Rico is actually 16. I'm gonna show the screenshot again to prove it. I don't know why when I looked it up sometimes it says age of consent is 21, but when I looked further it was actually 16. But it doesn't mean I'm actually gonna look for 16 and 17 year olds to, I'm looking for this. No, I clearly meant that, okay, if she's 16 and 17 and we click and stuff like that and the parents are okay, dating is not illegal at that age. That's all I'm gonna say there. But yes, it's true. Under 16 for the most part, they cannot really consent. Ilala kind of had a mind of a younger person, so I'll give you that. I shouldn't have done the roleplay because she was really like happy to do it and stuff like that. No, it was wrong. I even thought that I had no like malintentions or anything. It was still wrong. I have to be a lot more careful, especially nowadays with these type of things. Even though the age of consent is 15, but here is actually 16, so I'm 1 year off. I'll admit that. Okay, besides, it's not like I'm there, I'm just an observer. Yeah, technically you are just an observer, you're just watching stuff, but you're also documenting stuff as well, and sending stuff to the anti-Noxer and telling them what we do in our private server. Yes, I gave you access to that server, but I think that there was a rule, and I'm gonna look it up right now and show the screenshot, that don't expose people's personal stuff in the server. I should have actually also been clear that anything that's in the server stays in the server, but I'm pretty sure you weren't going to respect that either, you being a spy and all, and you being against me, but you get the idea. They don't care about their fake consent, so this guy's twisting my opinion on consent all around. Okay, next one. This is the one that kind of irritates me the most, and I'm going to tell you right very soon. I'm going to read what he says. I wonder if he's still trying to ban this account. Well, yeah, they reported you on Discord for the many reasons you're trying to break Discord's terms of service using an application, which I'm going to show you very soon. As a matter of fact, after this, I'm going to show you the application that he uses to spy on people. And he uses on another account to spy or something like that. I don't know how it works and stuff, but you're going to find out soon. I'm going to expose that as well. Okay, imagine trying so hard to ban an alt account. Oh right, I talked to someone. Guess Denox cried once because a 15-year-old girl once stopped talking to him. I don't remember when that happened, so I'm not going to say much there because I don't really have that memory right now. I know he considers himself a beta male, and that's just weird and sad. I think he was 20 at the time. See, when you said I was 20, I don't even remember. Yeah, at 20, honestly, I was still friends with some high school people and maybe a couple middle school people. Yeah, I was still friends with some of these people. Our age difference wasn't that big, and I wasn't thinking nothing sexual of them whatsoever. So, yeah, just keep it on your mind. Why is it weird? Now, I'm sure that he's gonna be, oh, what's this that doesn't count. Here's the last part. I'm like, I want you to explain me, Void, what you mean by this here. I have my 15-year-old French girl. Your 15-year-old French girl, Void? Are you serious? How is she yours? Exactly, how? So it's fine, only this time it's weirder. I'm not gonna get to the weirder parts because, yeah, I don't even know what he means by that exactly. But the 15-year-old French girl, your 15-year-old French girl, are you admitting that you had connections with Ilala, or you had access to her account, or she gave you permission to use the account so you could see everything that we write? I mean, look at the screenshot here when he said that I contacted Ilala a few days ago back in September 2022. I still wasn't talking to her. I still had her in my friends list. I didn't talk to her for over 2 months at that point, but I was asking her offline forever. That's all I said. She didn't reply, but I saw Void was saying this stuff that, oh, he asked her a few days ago if I was still, she's gonna come back and stuff. You kind of like twisted the words a little bit. Technically, I was wondering if she was gonna say something or she's coming back, but all I said is, "Are you offline forever?" This screenshot. So, and when I saw that, I'm like, no, I blocked that account. Not because I have anything against her. I wish her the best. I hope that she finds really good friends in the future. I really felt bad for her in general. She did prove to me that she was real. But look at that. Void knew about all this. How? I have no idea. Except for maybe some of the things I said earlier. But, bruh. If you didn't hack her account, you probably had access to her account somehow. And that there's somebody's lying here, somebody's telling the truth, I have no idea. But I'm not going to get involved with your games anymore, Void. I don't want nothing to do with you. None of us in our community wants anything to do with you. You gave us a lot of drama. I know I'm partially to blame for it, for letting access to people I barely knew, and then they turned out to be spies. And I apologize, hopefully, for that, because I'm not going to let that happen again. Yes, you're still spying my voice acting server, but the moment I find out more or less who you are, if you try anything, you're gonna be banned instantly. And you could try to continue going to my voice acting server with alt account and stuff, but that only means that you're no better than me when it comes to alt account. As a matter of fact, you're worse, because I deleted all 3 of my alt accounts that I had previously, and I'm no longer using them. I'm only having my main account and my backup account now. So it's just letting you know about that. Okay, before I continue with this, I'm going to show you the application that he uses. I know that we're pretty deep within the video, but for the people that is well invested in this situation, I'm pretty sure you're still watching. You're watching the entire thing, especially Arbiter. I'm pretty sure you're watching the entire thing. Here it is. Here's him admitting to this program. Okay, a hint. What can you expect me to just give away? Precious info? Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that part because that involves somebody close to me and I'm not gonna review his information. My Necromicon is gonna be full soon. He says my Necromicon. So what he means by that? He means about this program that he's using. Oh yeah, by the way, Void was using one of my friend's profile pics. You know, he stole a profile pic at the time that wasn't transformative, like I told you earlier. Look what's going on down here. Okay. This is confidential information. Well, too bad, because I'm going to expose you right now. Because you exposed too much of my stuff, you didn't respect my privacy, so what makes you think I'm going to respect your privacy? Remember, what I'm going to show is confidential, behind the scenes look. You wanted proof of my third eye? So this is his third eye program. This is his application. I don't know if he made it or not. By the way, if I can, I'm going to show you this other screenshot of what the application looks like as a Windows icon. So he got several eyes to look at, and then he could click on those eyes and then get whatever is being viewed by any one of the spies that was in my server. Okay, so there is something I need to address. So this is after Arbiter uploaded episode 3 of Made in Paris. And it seems that Arbiter has confirmed that the whole Necromicon thing that was happening, the program to use to supposedly spy on us, it was all a facade. It was all fake after all this time. I have this screenshot right here where Void also confirmed that it's not true, that he was actually editing this. Look at this screenshot here. Yeah, this Necromicon thing. Yeah, within Photoshop or something like that. And this is what he said here. Exactly what I mean by being 200% truthful. Yeah, so he wants me to come out with the full truth by the time I address everything. So, yeah, understood. You could check the first video for that if you haven't checked it yet. If you start out by saying I'm a hacker, not only will I laugh at you, but I will bite back. So, yeah, I am not going to confirm 100% whatsoever in this video that Void is a hacker. I don't have strong evidence about that. I cannot make a claim unless I know for sure that I have something that is definitely no doubt what's going on. But since I don't have it, I can say alleged at the moment. But yeah, if you're not a hacker, then I had a feeling that was the case. I had a feeling something was going on. If you're not the hacker, then perhaps it's true that you had access to your spies' accounts with their permission, I guess. You know, like maybe Meta
maybe Khajiit, maybe some other people. I cannot claim that to be a fact, but I mean, if Void has access to it, I'm pretty sure at least he has connections with these people, the spies that were in my server. So that's something I'm going to put out there right now. Whatever you say, at least about me, I could address back and you will feel foolish. I will be expecting Void to address back like quickly. Like, he's definitely going to respond to this. Like, no doubt about it. Both Void and Arbiter, they're definitely going to respond to this. Not only that, I'm pretty sure Keefster and the other guys are going to be responding to all these videos about me as well. And I'll make sure to see if, okay, if everything is 100% true, then I respect it and I'll address the few things that I have missed out. So, that's what I wanted to clarify here. That basically, this Necronomicon application that he was claiming, he was messing with me. Like, it wasn't real in the first place. He just did a screenshot of what I share on the screen, put it on some sort of program that he just made a Photoshop image of that looks like it could be legit, and after all that, it's not legit. They already both claimed it, and I'm like, okay, there's no evidence against that, so I'm gonna believe them there.
This is what it uses, Necronomicon. He has like this little button right here. Okay, if this guy is streaming, he can see what I'm doing. This is me right here. I was streaming something. I believe it was around May of 2022 is when I streamed. Yeah, Khajiit, he was actually in the group. Too bad I cannot prove the people that were there, but I could show these auto logs right here, more or less the date. Because, let's see, I kind of censored this for a reason. So, this was from my super secret DMs. And I did accidentally showed it without noticing. And I did apologize to my friends for that. I did something very foolish there and they saw it. And then exposed me for it. So, I wasn't supposed to show that screenshot. I was not even aware. Yeah, like, I opened myself like an open book, man. I know. So this is the third eye program that uses spy, and then the screenshot, I'll censor it out so I can show what the dates they are, because yeah, I could match some of them, like right here, and then you see in this screenshot are the auto logs of my original server, and the rest of the people that are in the server, I trust them, even though I'm not showing you the names of it because of their privacy, but because he was also in the super secret DMs, and the other 5 people, I trust them pretty well. So they can't be the ones that are like leaking information to Void. So yeah, he showed this and he showed this screenshot as well. His 4-5 seeing me streaming the Void-Shyguy channel and stuff. Yeah, so yes, I was paying attention to your videos. Yes, it was hard for me to ignore all the videos that you made against me. I'm gonna admit that here. And here's a screenshot of me playing against Ilala, Khajiit, and myself, and another friend of mine that I will protect his identity. That Khajiit kid ain't as bad at Bomberman, either that or he's playing against the easiest opponents ever. So he was definitely spying using the Necronomicon program, the application that he uses to spy on everyone. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. Okay, so this is his Discord. This is his YouTube. I think he has like 15 or a little bit more subscribers now. A little bit about 255FF that I'm going to explain here. And we're getting close to the end of this video, so just letting you know in advance. Do you have connection with Arbiter, 255FS, Agent Ness, and anyone else? He says no. I work alone. Maybe in a sense you work alone, that you spy on the servers and all that stuff. You didn't ask anybody's help. But there's already enough proof that you sent a lot of screenshots to Arbiter, because I showed it earlier in the video, that you have been sending top secret information to them. So you do have connections with them in some ways. Don't be lying and saying you don't have connections with these people. You do have connections in some ways. Maybe you're not in the anti-Noxer servers a lot, or maybe you're in one of your alts. But I remember I saw in this screenshot right here that in one of the anti-Noxer servers, I was in one of my alt accounts, 255FS was in there. What makes you think that's not Void right there? That could have been one of Void's alts. So you get the idea, that's crazy. Void has so many alts, it's not even funny. He has a lot of ults, a lot of spy accounts and stuff like that. He uses those spy accounts and connects it with his Necromicon thing, which I thought at first he attached a third eye to another person thinking he was a hacker, but there's no proof that he actually hacked anyone's accounts, because if he hacked someone's account, he would probably be chatting as them, or probably, you know, the people that I know very well, they always was talking as real people and they weren't like being spies or anything like that. I trust them. That's all I'm gonna say there. If they comment, I comment on YouTube, but I don't actively talk to them or plan to anything. Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe you don't actively talk to them all the time. Maybe you just send them information about certain things. But I don't know, because there's a lot of things that you're hiding behind closed doors that I'm not even aware of. So people within the anti-Noxers probably know a lot more than I do on what kind of connection Void has for you guys. So if you guys want to testify that in the comment section below or in the live chat, if you're seeing this live, then feel free to say your 2 cents on this, because I have no idea. I can't say anything that is not proven true yet. But it says that 255FF is just a throwaway who I know who it is. Then he also said that 255FF was also an infamous hacker. I believe that this screenshot kind of shows it. I think that Void kind of admitted to it as well. I don't know, but it's kind of sus, I must say. 255FF is a very sus account. And I remember Ilala told me that 255FF actually contacted her saying, you gotta get away from Denox as soon as possible because he's going to traumatize you or something like that. And I also have the Ilala video up as well if you guys want to check that out for more context. That's where I explain more. Of course, the anti-Noxer thinks that I'm lying, making excuses, but I want you guys to come to your own conclusion on this and ask questions if needed as well. Because I gotta address all this as much as I can, so if I'm missing something, let me know, because I may have forgotten a few things in the other video. So let's go on. Just a throwaway. Oh, alone, really? Well, I got Ray and May with me, and they just helped me with videos. Everything else my lonesome. Yeah, I don't know. May and Ray may be real people behind the mask, and they're like, they conceal their identity for personal reasons, of course. I mean, I could respect that, but there's no proof that Ray and May are actually real people, right? But they're real or not, I'm not gonna say nothing otherwise because I don't have proof of that against it, so yeah. It says, are you watching Red Curbs do a stream right now? I have like 7 windows open watching multiple. Why do you have 7 things open? 7 windows? Like, how many monitors do you have in your computer setup? You have like 7 monitors, or you have a widescreen monitor where you have all those monitors like in front of you? I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? He's not gonna reveal that. Okay. But he's definitely seeing some of the stuff that are kind of like hidden. Like the event hall, for example. And I could show you something that it was private. Certain people, I kind of not let PMTOT. Because to be honest, we kind of like suspected him as being a spy, but we weren't so sure. Because of his sus actions. But I don't have a lot of things to say about PMTOT. I wish him the best. I don't hate him at all. I hope him the best for his future and stuff like that. But the fact that Void actually mentioned him in the video is the reason why he's kind of involved in this situation. If Void never has said anything about PMTOT, then Void, you have some explaining to do with this. You say you don't mess with minors, but yet you know that Mr. Beans is 15 years old at the time, right? So here it is. Explain this. So Mr. Beans isn't a spy, but you say he was in the beginning. You claim that he's a spy in your server. Here's the video proof real quick.
I have a spy among your little Discord server. Who is he? Well, let's just say he made the opening at the beginning. Mr. Bean. That's right. Why is he saying this? What does he gain from outing his spy to me? Simple. I have no further use of him. He did his job spectacularly, and I have all I need. He will deny it to death. After all, I told him to stand his ground.
Explain that. You say you don't mess with minors, but yet you kind of are. Mr. Bean was just a seed of doubt. He was never a spy, but a misfortunate soul. Okay, maybe he's not a spy, but why did you say earlier that he was a spy? Why did you say in the video, I have a spy with your little Discord group? Then you realized it was Mr. Beans, aka, you know, PMTOT. We already know that. I'm not going to review his real name, obviously, or his face in this video. I'm going to keep his information private, so just want to be clear. I do not want to dox anybody of these people. But the usernames and their usernames on Discord and on YouTube is public information, so I'm only using it because you involved him in this situation, Void. You're the one that involved him. You are to blame for that. It doesn't matter if I let people in the server and stuff like that. There's rules for a reason. And if you break that rules, that's not on me. That's on freaking you. So here it is. He was an unfortunate soul who I happened to use. Listen to that carefully. Who I happened to use to get into the server. So you use a miner to get to my server. My private server, right? Or something like that. Or to get to my voice acting server, which you are still in my voice acting server. But you know what? Just to be clear, I'm not even wasting my time trying to figure out, like I was in the other server. I'm not wasting my time figuring out which one's you. Spy all you want. I have nothing to really hide besides the fact, yes, there's a lot of minors in the server, but there's also a lot of adults in the server too, and I talk to anybody who wants to talk to me there. I'm not always on the VC with these people. Like, I'm only probably there a couple times a week. Maybe when I'm doing an anime night stream. But that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not there role-playing any minors. I have not role-played any of these minors in that voice acting server. I don't want to give you any ideas. You're just lurking the server. But the thing is that if you try to DM people and people that trust me very well sends me a screenshot of this thing, you're instantly banned. You know that. So that's why you're not doing nothing in the server but just lurking and just spying. And if I said something against them, then there's screenshots and then you show it on your video. Yep, that's the thing. Plus, he's very weird and making him very suspicious. And it's the reason why we are suspicious of him too, because like somehow, some way, like he made a couple, like here's the screenshot. He made a couple of links. He created invite links out of nowhere in these screenshots in my Red Star server. And then suddenly one of the anti-Noxer group suddenly had access to it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I deleted all those other invite links. I revoked them all until he created it because he was still in the server. But then he came to the server, he left. I don't have the server anymore to prove everything, but that's what happened pretty much. That's my testimony on it. So this is proof that he used Mr. Beans. He used the miner to get to the server somehow. And that he said that Mr. Beans was a spy in one of his videos, which I just showed recently. So, if you say you don't mess with minors, then what is this? Are you contradicting yourself there, Void? Yeah, no, screw that. Okay, so here is this thing censored. The phone number is censored, the names are censored. I'm not revealing like anyone's name, I'm not giving new people any idea who they are. Lizard.Y, yes, that's me. Big deal. Yes, I was trying to hide from Void. Because we don't want to deal with you anymore, Void. We all know about your BS, or you know about your spying thing. You know, you're trying to use certain minors too. Like, you say that I'm that bad, and yet I admit to it. And if you don't admit to it, you're worse than me then. Okay, so look around and tell me what you really see. You live a lie. And that's the difference between you and me. And what you're trying to do, you're trying to live kind of a lie too. I don't know. You send me a list of names and of the list of mods in my new server. You're never going to get access to that, by the way. I'm going to make sure you never go to that server again. I know that you're not there now. You only say the voice acting server. That means you're not even in the other server. And if you want us to believe that you're still spying in my server, prove that you're still in my server. And look at this. I have the power. Let me show you what it's all about. Only me and you who's going to save you now. Are you Void-Shyguy? Answer me. He didn't say nothing. Or Blue Kirby. And you know why I mentioned Blue Kirby?
Look around you and tell me what you really see. I never ended, that's the difference in you and me. I know your time is up and everything is falling down. It's only me and you. Who is gonna save you now? You look around you and tell me what you really see. You live a lie, and that's the difference in you and me. I have the power, let me show you what it's all about. It's only me and you. Who is gonna save you now?
Well, actually, Blue Kirby, she's one of the ones that talk crap about me in a lot of the videos.
Your stuff is complete absolute shit, Denox, and you're just as shit of a person as you are, pretty much thinking of fucked up ideas.
Telling people to stay away from me. You have your freedom of speech. People could choose to believe in you or not. It's whatever. I don't mind all these videos against me being up at this point. It's like, you know, there's no use fighting it. I'm just gonna move on. But Blue Kirby was the one that made a video singing this exact song or something similar to it. Does this kind of mean that Blue Kirby and Void kind of had like a little connections? Or did Void actually saw Blue Kirby's video and got her ideas and then send this text to me like that, right? I don't know what really was going on behind the scenes, but here's what I got. And there's something else I have to mention about Void. So, supposedly or allegedly, Void has connections with D Keemstar. And we're talking about D Keemstar from Drama Alert and stuff like that, that he worked for him or something like that. He still has yet to show proof to back it up besides the words that he says. Here, Metal is actually, you have a YouTube channel? I didn't know of it being this videos of Red Curbs, which is, you know, my Discord handle, Red Curbs. Yeah, he claims that he has 2 YouTube channels, and one of them is Void-Shyguy. We don't know what the other YouTube channel of his yet, but he says the other one is his official one. I don't think that they found it, or else they would have seen my real face. Yeah, I haven't found it yet. I would have probably know your face, and I would have exposed you. Because of everything you have done, honestly, you deserve to be exposed, honestly. You don't have to be specific, but what's the other channel for? I mainly use it for when I work for Keemstar. You see, he claims that he has connection with Keemstar. Like someone so big on YouTube that if you are in his Drama Alert, you're pretty much screwed. Because everyone in the world will know about it, everyone will see your drama and stuff, and yeah, that'll be game over for you pretty much, unless you address the truth, screenshots and evidence to get out of it, or probably in the court of law. But yeah, it's hard to get out of stuff like that if you're in Keemstar's video. But granted, Keemstar is not really doing much videos as of late. And when he does, he's usually on very famous people. So it's like he doesn't have time to make a video on me like someone who's a small fry. So this guy, I believe he's trying to scare me with the whole Keemstar shit. Okay, so it's mostly a gaming channel and tech store on the side. Yeah, if I ever find that tech channel, honestly, and I see that that's you and everything, and I have proof, yeah, you will be exposed for that. So it's best that you stay hiding and not tell anybody who you are, honestly. Wait, did Keemstar I work for him? I still do, but yeah, less now since I'm doing my own things. When he calls, I help. So, like I said, he has direct connection with Keemstar. He has yet to show any proof. So, he said he was going to use that as a last resort in case he cannot stop me or something like that. Well, I guess that maybe he'll be contacting Keemstar once he sees this video. I wonder what Keemstar's going to think about after I expose Void and when he sees my video. Like, is he actually going to do a Drama Alert on Void instead of me? Or is he going to do on both of us to see what really was going on? I have no idea, honestly. I'd rather not find out, but if it does happen, oh boy. I don't know, this is gonna be crazy, honestly. Oof. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm working for it. Let me practice and better my craft. Needless to say, if my work doesn't make Denox stand down, I can talk to Keem. I have plenty of files on him. Yeah, it is true that Void has a lot of stuff on me. I'm not gonna deny that. Keep in mind, the last screenshot I showed you was like a few months ago. And yet he has still yet to contact Keemstar to do a Drama Alert on me and stuff like that. So this is the next screenshot. Oh, that people forget Void is... Okay, let me debate on this real quick. Yeah, so the whole video of Void and Keemstar is the guy on the text. He showed me this video. Void and Keemstar did nothing wrong. If you saw Void's video, you already know what he sounds like. His real voice, he even claimed it on one of his latest videos of the Ray and May stuff. Like, say, oh, I don't need to conceal my voice. Look at this clip.
Allow me to alter my voice for a moment. There. I wouldn't want to subject you all to a whole video like that. Their code names are Ray and May. Their voices have been altered for privacy reasons, but not mine. Not anymore. No use in hiding when there's nothing to hide.
So yeah, keep that in mind. Tell me if this sounds like Void, and tell me if that's actually a fake voice or real voice, or if Void has multiple voice actors or whatever it is. So here it is. And this is the Keemstar thing. Like, Void and Keemstar did nothing wrong. I put in this one specific because, yeah.
A child because they still don't understand the point of that scene in the music video, and because of that, it led to Void responding to all the backlash from this. Hell, it got so bad that it started trending on Twitter.
The YouTubers Void and Keemstar face criticism for I mean, if this is actually Void, I'll tell you one thing. He has his own skeletons in the room. This proves it. This is actually our Void. The Void that we know and hate, honestly.
On Twitter.
Guys, it's Void here, and today we're going to be talking about the K-pop.
Okay, so he said that he's Void, right? Does this sound like this Void right here? Play it again.
But not mine. Not anymore. No use in hiding when there's nothing to hide.
And does he claim that he has two voices? And listen to this Void, the one that is in this video.
Diss track controversy and the shitstorm us and Keemstar been going through over the past hours. So basically...
And another thing too is that Keemstar has a lot of drama of his own. He has been exposed, canceled to the living crap himself. So his credibility isn't the best. So this is so very, very hard to believe. Boy, if you don't have any proof that you have connection with Keemstar in some way, shape, or form, and it's not just text messages or anything like that, I need actual voice recording of you actually having a conversation with the Keemstar, and you talking about me with Keemstar and everything. Until I see that clip, you have no connection with Keemstar and you're just trying to scare me, and I would never believe it. And I think that everyone watching it will probably not believe it as well, because it is so bogus. Like, almost it's been like 4 or 5 months since you said that you were gonna get Keemstar on me. I'm still on YouTube as Magbo Gaming and re-uploading a lot of stuff in DXX archive, and yet you have yet to do anything against me about that. This is what VOID-OF-PROVIDENCE is. Yeah, this is his Discord handle. That was yesterday, as of the recording of October 30th, 2022. This was yesterday. Oh, Dad, Ray and May are actual people, not a rhino and a squirrel. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. I mean, maybe Ray and May are actual people. Their voice has been censored and it's not the real voice, so it's fine. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. You'll believe me when Denox ugly mug is on a drama alert video. So this is like, if I don't leave the internet, if Voice sees that I'm still like supposedly continuing all that other stuff in the past that I'm doing, basically he will put me on drama alert. Or he will ask Keemstar, can you put this guy on drama alert? Here's all the screenshot of DenoxSeries. Here it is. Make this guy infamous the whole heck. Yeah, that will be hard to believe because I'm a small fry compared to like KSI or Jake Paul and all the other people that he's been talking to. I'll show you the latest videos he made and see if it's very likely he'll do a drama alert on me. Someone that has millions and millions of subscribers. Guess that'll be the only way to get an interview with him since he's scared of me for some reason. Void, I'm not scared of you anymore. Yes, I'll grant it, in the past I was intimidated by you because I didn't know much about you. I didn't know how you got information and all that stuff. But now I know how you get information and where you're watching me from and all that stuff. I'm not afraid of you anymore, Void, where you're hiding and stuff. The only thing I don't know is which account you're using to hide in my voice acting server. That's about it. But other than that, like, a lot of these things don't surprise me. Yes, you know about my Magbo Gaming. Yes, you know about my voice acting server. You sure as heck not in the Friends Corner server anymore. And I double, triple, and quadruple check that thing to make sure none of them has connections with you. And you get the idea. Let's go to Keemstar's channel before we end this. I know he did videos on Etika as well, and of another YouTuber. So yeah, this is drama alert. Sure, in the past they were more consistent, but now it's like, so this is his latest videos. 3 months. Did Pokemade, did one of KSI, David, KSI versus Jake Paul. I mean, there's so many worse things that he could be reporting on than little old me. Like, you think that drama alert's gonna waste their time talking about me? Like, am I really that evil that it needs to be alerted by everyone? If he doesn't tell the truth in this thing, his reputation is gonna be even worse. If he says all the lies that you and Arbiter and all them people starts making on his drama alert against me, and I could prove against it, instead of me being infamous, I might as well be famous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to be famous. Because of stuff like this that happens to like famous people and all the dramas that they go through and everyone in the world knows about it, I'd rather be a small fry. I'd rather have a decent community of like a small amount of people that I could talk with, interact with. I'm not looking to be famous. I don't care about that. Especially not now after all this. I really don't care. Sure, I always tell them people subscribe, like my videos and all that stuff. Share it with everyone I know because I'm just getting myself out there. That's my way of getting myself out there on YouTube. But for me wanting to be as famous like this, no. I'd rather keep the small fame. Maybe big enough for me to make some money on YouTube, but that's it, honestly. Maybe, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen anytime soon, to be honest. I don't see that happening. I do it for fun, honestly. I enjoy making videos. Maybe one day it will lead to something, but you never know. I mean, Void says that I would never be famous. Maybe he's right. I would never be famous. I don't want to be famous like that. But oh, and when the community tab came in, like, this was the first thing he posted. I think you've probably seen it already, but me as MacBo Gaming grabbing Anya from Spy X Family, portraying me to be this kidnapper and creep. Yeah, that's no proof. That's Photoshop, obviously. My God, that just made me laugh, honestly. And this is the last one I'm going to show you. This has nothing to do with Keemstar, but I just want to respond to it real quick. You can tell that Denox buys games because they're rare, and that's it. The thing is, I buy games that are rare, and I resell them only if that rare game I have no emotion connection to. I'm not really into that genre. I mean, like, I've been saying this many times. Let me just look it up real quick. This game right here, I bought it for $20, right? Back in 2019. It's worth over $200 now. Am I gonna sell this thing? Heck no, because I enjoy the Blue Reflection series. But if it's like a game like, for example, Deadpool or The Croods for the Wii U, that, okay, I bought it cheap. I'm not really into those games personally. Maybe others are into it. But that's when I say, yeah, I'll resell it. I'll make some money out of it. That's the only reason why I would do that. If I find a rare game that's underpriced, but I really enjoy the game and want to keep it for my collection, I'm going to keep it in my collection. I'm not going to sell it. Like, that game is more important to me than money at that point. So, just want to be clear with that. And he doesn't buy them because he's a collector. You think he would buy Rules of Role. I never bought Rules of Roles. I will admit that if he sold it to me for $50, I would buy it instantly and resell it. Because I'm not that into the horror genre. That's not my thing. But if you sell me Dot Hack Quarantine for $50, I buy it, I keep it. Because I want to finish up the Dot Hack series on the PS2 that I started back in 2003. Yep, when I was still in high school. I never finished that game because I never got that Quarantine game. Because now Quarantine is worth like $300, $400 or so for a complete box. Yeah, I'm not paying that amount of money for that game, honestly. And well, that's your opinion if you think I suck at Kirby or Bomberman or Smash. Yeah, I'm not the best player out there. I play very casual and stuff like that. I'll admit that. But as far as I remember, I've beaten a lot of people with my Red Kirby and Smash Brothers. And I've beaten all the Kirby games that I have ever played. Most of them, at least. But yeah, and Bomberman. Well, everything else is trivial, but I just wanted to point that out, Void. You're definitely misleading people. I mean, if you say stuff like that about me, whatever. People can believe what they want. It's whatever, but just thought I was saying it right here because, while I'm recording the video, that's the new stuff I got him. Yeah, and here's one last thing I'm going to show you before I start commentating on his video. No happy ending will ever... He sent this to me, by the way, on Instagram. And of course I blocked him once I got this message. I think this was a DM, if I'm not mistaken, in Instagram. I don't remember very well. But he sent this to me around June as well. June 2022 was pretty much the month of Void-Shyguy, pretty much. Us having to deal with him and us finally starting to pull the plug on his bullshit. Okay, no happy ending will ever find you. All of these ghosts, they're from deep inside you. I hear you breathing in your room. Now don't panic at all. It will all be over soon. You can play your little games all day. And what you're doing, you're playing your little games against us as well. You'll never be free. You could block me all you want, but I hear sound. Yeah, you're trying to intimidate me. You're trying to destroy my mental health and everyone else's mental health that still supports me and still wants to help me go through this. Because, let's be honest, I'm not going to reveal anybody's name. I respect their privacy. But when you're up against a bunch of people that are against you, and then if you're all alone dealing with this situation, it could really destroy your mental health. Yes, I did confess to a lot of the sins I did. Trying to own up to it now and not making the same mistakes again like I did in the past, especially all the mod things, all the roleplay things. And like I said in that video, I'm not expecting you to believe me. At this point, I lost all your trust, but I'm gonna say this at least: when you're all alone in this world and you have no one to turn to,
we are social creatures in this world, and we're trying to like find a way to redemption. We're trying to work our way up to redemption, so we could have a chance to make things right in the world again after all the mistakes you did. I mean, people that are killers, people that commit felonies and stuff and went to prison for it actually, and then they got out, they got their redemptions. Even though I have not been to jail, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of punishments. I've been through a lot of grief. I've been through a lot of betrayal. And sometimes I felt, yes, I have to betray some people as well because of what they did as well, when I found out what they did to me. But I'm not the type of person that's suddenly like, oh, I'm going to block you for no reason. No, I'm not that type of person that does it for no reason. You guys joined the anti-Noxer server. You decide to form a group against me and try to expose me and stuff like that. And you involving in this cult. Like, it's no wonder why I don't want nothing to do with you guys. If you guys keep up this way. Because I also gotta love my enemies, like I said in the earlier video too, because like as a Christian I have to set a good example. I know that I committed a lot of sins that while I was a Christian it was pretty bad, but I'm a firm believer that as there's only one sin that God does not forgive, and that's the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, and I never do that. I never mean to do that whatsoever. For everything else that happens, no matter how deep in a rabbit hole you get, if you're still alive in this world, you have a chance for redemption. You'd have a chance of redemption somehow, some way, even if you don't believe it. Even Void, he has a chance of redemption if he admits to his crimes, and he admits to his sins. And you get what's coming to you. I have to do the same thing because, you know, I commit a lot of sins too. I'm not going to say that I didn't. I'm not going to hide the fact anymore that I didn't commit to the sins. I did. I did a lot of fatal mistakes. I participated in some of these role plays that I didn't want to admit before because I was afraid of people cutting ties with me, people saying that I have no chance of redemption or that I'm going to jail forever and stuff like that. But when the fact is that other than those role plays, I didn't commit a heinous crime that deserves me to be behind bars. But I do admit that I did seek help. I did went to therapy, and I proved it in the other video. You could check it out for yourself. If you watch the whole video, if you really want to know the whole thing, because I know that a lot of you guys are invested in my downfall. But everyone has a chance of redemption. Everyone has a chance to own up to this mistake. I apologize for this long video. All three of the videos are pretty long, because I had a lot to talk to that I haven't addressed before. There is a lot to say, and I'm pretty sure the anti-Noxers are going to spend all the time in the world in order to investigate every little part of my video and get the bad things that I say in the video and then put in the video, oh, I said this, I said that, but ignoring all the good things that I'm trying to do in this whole situation. I know that, I mean, everyone has things they hide in this world, and that's why it's called a secret. The problem is I didn't keep the secret as much as other people did. Everyone has dark secrets, like Agent Ness says. But, you know, there's people out there like him and like a few others from the anti-Noxer that doesn't believe that I have redemption. They believe that I'm done for, that I'm screwed and stuff like that. And I just want to say, well, say everything that you want with me. I no longer care if you think that way of me. I know I have to pay for my mistakes and stuff like that in some way, shape, or form. And I'm already receiving the punishment. I'm not going to explain any detail on what they are, but I just haven't went to jail. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. So that's all for this segment. I guess I'm going to have to make a separate video now of me commentating on Void-Shyguy's video on what he said about me and me, commentating. So I decided this is going to be a part 2. Originally it was all going to be together, but no, this is going to be 2 parts. This long video of showing all the evidence and all the screenshots of what Void says himself and all the lies that he has been exposed to call him out. Because this is not right. You guys cannot get away with doing this stuff with me. Sure, I have been quiet and you think, oh, Denox cannot defend himself. No, well, no, these days are over. I'm going to have to defend myself now with facts and evidence. Not just excuses, because if I own up to it, if I say my crimes, like you guys cannot say that I'm hiding anything anymore, right? But if I am hiding something or you think I'm missing something, comment below and let me know and I'll do my best to explain to the best of my abilities. But people hide stuff for reasons. It says in a verse, which I'm going to show the screenshot here. If you reveal your secrets to someone, it will come to destroy you. If you reveal your secrets to someone, in other words, don't expect them to keep it a secret. You cannot trust a lot of people, and I was too trusting in the past. And, you know, I realized that, and I have to pay for that. But to say that I'm a villain, and that I'm a threat to children, and that I'm a pedophile, and all that stuff, that's so bullshit. Because there's no facts and evidence exactly besides the role plays that I'm a pedo, like you guys said. In the other video, I do state why I say it. And if you guys still think I'm the pedo, the word pedo is being used to throw all over the place. So that's all I have to say about this long video. I know this was long, but this had to be made to show all the lies Void is. Do you still trust Void-Shyguy after everything you heard? Are you still gonna side with someone like him? Someone that believes otherwise? You say that I'm not Christian and that I'm not there. Yeah, you probably are not as well. But, you know, I'm not gonna say anything more to that. So, be honest. If you want to comment below, I unblock most of you guys. But if you go and say that stuff that are lies and stuff that are bullcrap, or stuff that, okay, I have no redemption, I need to leave and stuff like that, I'm just gonna ignore it. Because, like, at this point, there's no reason for you guys. Anyways, that's all I have to say. The part 2 is just me commentating on the video, and that's be about it. I'll see you in the next one. In the link below should be that video if it's all uploaded at the same time. So check it out, and I'll see you later.